Alright, welcome back everybody. In this video we're going to look at the first example from the More with Taylor series lesson. And in order to do that, we're going to use this basic formula for a Taylor series. If we're trying to find the Taylor series generated by a function at the point x equals a, what we're going to need is we're going to need a few things. We're going to need the derivatives, the value of the function at a, and subsequent derivatives to generate the Taylor series. And outside of that, once we find those, all we need to do is write function over 0 factorial times the quantity to the 0 power over 1 factorial derivative times the function to the first power, the second derivative at that point over 2 factorial times that x minus a to the second power, and that will generate for us our Taylor series at x equals a. So let's look at this in practice and how we're going to do this in example 1. Alright, find the Taylor series generated by f of x equals 1 over x squared at x equals 1. And so in order to do this, what I need to find the value for the function at x equals negative 1 and various derivatives at x equals negative 1. So I'm just going to start by finding the value of the function at 1, or at negative 1, pardon me, and that's 1 over negative 1 squared, which is positive 1. And then I'm going to take the derivative of f, which is going to be negative 2 over x to the third, and I evaluate that at negative 1, and we get that f prime of negative 1 is equal to negative 2 over negative 1, which is positive 2. And then the second derivative of the function is going to be 6 over x to the fourth, and so f double prime of negative 1 is just going to be 6. And let's do another one. F triple prime of x is negative 24 over x to the fifth, which leads to f triple prime at negative 1 being equal to 24. Okay, now that I have those, the value of the function at negative 1 and the value of the first couple of derivatives at negative 1, I can start writing my Taylor series. Okay, my first term of my Taylor series, look back up here. Look back up here at the general. So our first term is going to be the value of f of a divided by 0 factorial times the quantity x minus a to the 0 power. And x minus a to the 0 power is just going to be 1. So my first term of my Taylor series is just going to be 1. My second term is going to be f prime of a, which is 2, divided by 1 factorial, so that's 2, times the quantity x minus a to the first. And this negative 1 is our a value, so that's just going to be x minus negative 1, or x plus 1 to the first power. That's the second term of my Taylor series. And my third term is going to be f double prime at a divided by 2 factorial. So we've got 6 divided by 2 factorial. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times the quantity x minus a to the second. And then for the next term, we've got f triple prime of a, which is 24, over 3 factorial, which is 6. 24 over 6 is 4. And hopefully by listing the first couple of terms of this, we readily see how to write our general term. We're going to add on a bunch of terms, and then our general term is going to be, let's see, what is it going to be? It's going to be, if we establish this as our 0th term, if we think about this as our 0th term, we are going to have, for the nth term, constant is going to be n plus 1. And the variable portion is going to be x plus 1 to the n power. And there's a Taylor series for f of x equals 1 over x squared at x equals -1. And that's how we can generate any Taylor series centered at any value by using the first couple of derivatives and looking for a pattern. Alright, that's the end of this video. See you guys next time for example 2 from this lesson. Have a great rest of your day.